Greetings, Unlimited Power fans. So this is a game, Andor versus Luke. And basically right after this game, this video is going to lead straight into an open hand game where we show you all the cards and we show you every play from both players so you can learn and see how they think about the tactical decisions. But for now, let's jump right in. Andor versus Luke. Let's roll it.
The kind of jazz. But first, we're just going to do a quick game without any of that to get through it and get a game done as kind of a baseline, I think, was why you suggested it, Tony?
Yeah, so just to sort of show how these decks play, because of course a lot of this game is, do you know what your opponent's got in your hand? You know, am I going to hang on to this because they've got this? Is this going to come out there? And that's going to really affect how you play. So the first time we're going to play through it blind as normally you would play. We don't know what each other have got. And then after we've done that, we're going to play another round, but we're going to keep it all open so that everyone can see exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. And hopefully it will affect how we play, but hopefully enough you still see why we play and what we play.
Cool. All right. So leading you off then, Tony, do you want to call odds or evens for initiative?
I'll go odds.
That is an even number. I will take the initiative.
3
to begin with.
5,
6. All right. Am I happy with my starting hand? I think that you could be playing, but I'm going first. Yeah, we'll stick with this.
Yeah, I haven't mulliganed either.
What do I want to resource? So you're less useful. I want to be playing you. I want to be playing you and you. You're probably less useful, so let's put you down as a resource. Right, when you're ready, sir.
Well, you've taken the initiative. You're
That's
going
true. All right, I will pay 1 to play an Alliance Dispatcher. He is a 1/2 green hero card. Action, exhaust him to play a unit from your hand. It costs 1 resource less.
A great early card, actually, Alliance Dispatcher.
It's an incredibly annoying card.
It's going to be more annoying in a moment.
Okay, in which case then I'll pay for 2 and Alliance XP.
Okay.
There's not a lot to talk about that. It's a 2/3. It's in space.
Fair enough. Are the arenas lined up on the camera, John? I have no idea.
Good question. Put your X-Wing on the other side of the screen, please. And then the space will be on the top side and ground units will be on the bottom side. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, cool. I will pay another resource and exhaust Luke to give my Alliance Dispatcher a shield, represented by this little blue dice here.
And
Very nice.
I will take the initiative.
Very good.
All right. I'll move my initiative token away. And I will pass. I will move on to round 2.
Okay.
It's very nice starting a game as a Luke or a heroic deck with the Dispatcher, because it just means you're going to be bringing units out, 1 cheaper. You're going to be able to take over the board early game, and you can shield the Dispatcher as well. It's actually it's kind of like the perfect opening hand, to be honest.
You're absolutely right. It's very tasty.
It's very frustrating.
I think I will resource you. Right, Tony, all yours, my friend.
Okay, in which case then I'm going to start by playing a Fleet Lieutenant and attacking base with the Alliance X-Wing for 4. So Fleet Lieutenant allows, when played, you may attack with a unit. If it's a rebel unit, it gets +2/+0 for this attack.
Very nice. Good early game aggression.
Right, I think that means I'm going to change up what I was going to do due to a very nice little draw that I've made here. I'll pay 1 with the Alliance Dispatcher, and I'll pay 3 normal resources to pay a 4-cost unit, which is an escort skiff. It's a 4/4, and when you control another green unit, which the Alliance Dispatcher is, it gains ambush. So I'm going to ambush this guy into your Fleet Lieutenant and kill him.
Is it a space unit? Oh, the Fleet Lieutenant, sorry.
Yep. And take 3 damage in return, which leaves me with a 4/1 on the board.
Tony, something mad has happened with your camera where we are seeing you twice.
Oh wow, yeah, it's like
It's-
half of your webcam
Half of
is
your
frozen.
camera has frozen.
Okay. Is it the face cam?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, no problem. Let me.
that's
Maybe just turn it off and on again. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mine. It's mine. It'll be my end. Sorry. There you go.
No worries.
No. I've got to turn it off and on again. So we can keep playing while this is
Yeah,
reset.
not a problem.
Okay.
I mean, so I've had my action. You spent all your resources. You've done damage to base, so you
Yep.
could do Cassian, I guess. You have to pay resources.
I haven't got any. You have to pay resource to do Cassian.
So
But what I can do though is I can pay a medal ceremony.
Oh,
Put an experience token on
the
my line X-wing.
Good shout.
Okay.
In that case, I will
Throw it on the floor.
take the initiative.
I've thrown all my initiative like thingy tokens on the floor. That's apparently what I've just done.
Okay.
Somehow. Yeah. Yeah, you have to bear with me for a second.
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's okay.
All of my experience tokens somehow.
I was going to say, we've technical issues. We'll
do what
stream
you've got to
without
do.
it.
All over the floor. Grab some more.
In term, can I just say thank you so much for Mark finally giving me a Mace Windu.
Hey.
There's only one card I don't have now, which is of course Darth Vader.
Oh,
Um,
you got a Boba.
I do have. I've got 2 Boba Fetts actually. I drew 2 of them from my blisters. So I got 2 Bobas. I got 2 Luke Skywalkers as well from the blisters. Luke Skywalker is now $41.99 on eBay.
Oh yeah,
so he's gone up in price.
Luke's a very tasty. Luke Jedi is a very tasty card.
Yeah, I think it's the minus. Is it -4 when you've done
It's
damage?
either -3 or -6 -6.
-6. Yeah, -6 is huge.
It kills a lot of things. Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I think it's no problem. Welcome back. We'll have to call you Harvey Dent or something. Two-Face.
Yeah.
It's still broken. Okay, all right.
But we will be. We can keep going.
Let's keep going and let's
put it on. So there's a face to the voice at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There will be a face to the voice as soon as I've fixed this. So we'll just do the next round.
Okay, right. I'll take the initiative. You played a medal ceremony. I take initiative. Are you doing anything else, or are you passing?
No, I've got nothing else I can do there.
All right. So round 3. Oof.
Oh, I've just picked up my damned. I just picked up my resources, thinking they were on my hand for a second there.
Oh yeah, we like that. Yeah, let's do some of that. That's probably a good play. So that means we're probably going to resource you. You all right, Tony?
Yep, I'm just still trying to make the camera work.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I
doubt fiddling with the camera makes for scintillating viewing.
No, I very much doubt that my camera makes for scintillating viewing. Okay, and we'll wake you up.
All right.
Let's go. You've got the initiative.
All right, let's do the thing. So I will use my Alliance Dispatcher.
Yep.
And 3 resources to play a Bright Hope into the space arena.
Very nice card, the Bright Hope.
I will not use it to bring anything back into my hand at this time. Bright Hope is a 2/6 Sentinel.
Okay.
It's all. What does it do on play again? Remind me, sorry.
You may choose to return a friendly non-leader ground unit to its owner's hand if you do draw a card, which is sometimes a good thing to do. But in this case, I'm happy with what I've got. Although it would mean I could ambush again with the escort skiff.
It's not the worst idea when it's on 1 health.
And you've got no other threat on the ground. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring the escort skiff back to my hand.
Okay.
So I can ambush again with it later, and I get to draw another card as well, which is
Yeah.
pretty useful.
You get more value out of if you get those dispatchers out early, man, they can just be
they're
terror.
incredibly powerful. If you haven't got any answer to them,
Yeah.
So in my case, I really don't. Or struggling for ground stuff. I've come in space. Then I really can't do anything about it.
There is an answer to dispatcher, which I'll talk about when we do the second game with the learning stuff, because someone's taught me a trick on how to deal with dispatcher that I need to be aware of.
All right. Okay. Cool.
We'll do that. We'll talk about that next game.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, you're up.
In which case, then I will pay for 4.
Yes.
K2SO.
K2. Yeah, K2's a beast. We don't like him.
What are your double red cards, K2?
No, he's a single red hero.
Red card.
Oh, sorry, single red.
He's a very good card because he's a 4/4 for 4, which isn't amazing, but he's got overwhelm. And also for each opponent, choose one, either deal 3 damage. This is when he dies. You can either deal 3 damage or they have to discard a card from their hand. And you get to choose that as well. So it's an annoying one because, for example, when he brings his escort skiff in, if he ambushes it straight into K2, they'll both die and he'll take 3 damage from that.
Very nice.
Yeah. Which is very powerful with the Spin Green deck because you can use Energy Conversion Labs to ambush him in against something with low hit points. If it's only got 1, then it'll do 3 damage overwhelm straight to base, and then it does more damage when it dies. It's very tasty. Yeah. I will, for my action, spend a resource and activate Luke to put a shield on the Bright Hope.
Nice.
Because what's more annoying than a 2/6 Sentinel in space?
A 2/6 Sentinel with the shield in space.
That's the one. Tony?
Okay. I will. I will kill off the. Actually, no, I won't. I'm just going to take the initiative. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the initiative. There's no point. I could try and kill off that shield, but it would do me 2 damage for the sake of a shield.
Fair point. Well made. All right. I will also pass because I've spent all my stuff, and we'll move on to the next round.
And end of the turn.
Okay. Right, let's resource you. Feels like I'm in a pretty reasonable board state at the moment, although K2...
Right, you're doing quite... You've got quite a nasty set of things there.
Yeah.
You've got some really good stuff on the... which is like problem things for me to deal with.
Yeah, and you know that escort skiff is back in my hand, so...
I do.
But you've got the first turn.
I do.
Or the first action this turn.
And what I'm going to do with that, better wake him back up, is I'm going to start off by playing... Oh, I could do that. That's quite neat. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off by playing a power failure for 2 into your dispatcher.
Dispatcher. So you're going to kill the shield on dispatcher, which means that K2 can go into him and overwhelm for 2 damage. Right.
Unless you do something about it.
Yeah, which thankfully I can. And we know we can, but it's going to take me some resources to do it. But I'm happy to do it because that's fine. So I will pay the dispatcher and 3 resources to bring in my escort skiff and ambush it into K2, and they will both die.
Okay. I'm going to use his ability to do 3 damage to you.
Okay. Puts me on 7 damage space.
Okay.
Also, I haven't seen power failure before. Defeat any number of upgrades on a unit. 2 red.
It's not one that people generally use, but over the last sort of few weeks, I've started seeing more and more games that use a lot of upgrades in the decks.
Yeah.
So it's a trial. I'm seeing how well he does.
Yeah.
But I've just decided to stick a couple of those in my deck to see just things like getting rid of the odd shield, which is a real pain in the arse.
Yeah.
especially when you're playing against Luke. There's too many shields going around, so being able to just get rid of them for a couple is very useful.
That's
Yes.
fair.
Okay,
And
so
red as a
for
colour
my
has got the most upgrade destruction in all of the colours.
Yep.
That's kind of one of its shticks.
absolutely. So for my next trick, as it were,
Yep.
I'm going to play for a cause.
Okay.
Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck.
Yep. 1 damage, ahaha. 2 damage, ahaha. 3 damage, ahaha. 4 damage, ahaha.
So for every heroic card,
For every
reveal this
heroic
way.
card, do 1 damage to your opponent.
Straight to their base, do not pass go. It's
You
the only
may
card in the
discard-
game currently that does damage directly
Yeah.
to your
Then
opponent's
I
base.
can discard whichever ones of those I want to discard,
Yep.
and I can put the rest of them on the top in any order that I want.
Which is
Very
great for
nice.
you, but I also get to know what you're putting on the top and in what order.
Absolutely. What I'm putting on the top of the deck.
Until you put them on top of the deck, they're open to me to see. So,
Yeah, I'm just looking at them.
Yep.
So I don't want any R2D2s at the moment.
okay.
And I don't actually want any red 3s at the moment either. So Gorilla Attack Pods on the top.
Can't say I'm massively surprised. That makes perfect sense to me. No worries. Right. That's all your resources gone, is it? So
That is
you
all my
can
resources
attack
gone.
with the X-Wing, which is fine. So I will do 2 to base with Bright Hope.
Okay.
The Gorilla Attack Pod is a very strong card. 4/6 grit, so every time it takes damage, it gets +1/+0. When played, if a base has 15 or more damage on it, ready this unit.
Yep.
Very
It's a very
interesting.
unpleasant card.
It's a good card, that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take the initiative.
Fair enough. I will pay 1 to play down R2D2. When played, I get to look at the top card of my deck. You can go to the bottom. I don't think I need you.
Right, we
And
just
then
had
I'll
to-
use my last resource and Luke to give R2D2 a shield.
Very nice. I'm just going to flush a spider down the toilet. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah, sure, mate. Go do what you need to do.
Okay.
And I'll pass because now I'm done.
Okay, so bring those back up.
All right. What am I going to be playing on turn 6?
I was just looking down at all my cards in the folder because I'm like keeping up with what you're playing and stuff with the cards. So if I can provide information, I was like, something moved down there. What was that?
Oh, this is going to be a... Oof.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. That's going to be funny.
Might have made a mistake here, but oh well. You live and learn.
Yeah, you make mistakes, you learn from them, especially if they're plays. You figure it out.
Well, we'll know what the mistakes are in the next game
Right.
when we've got open hands,
Well,
right?
However, we're currently at 11 damage on me out of my 30 to 2
Yep.
damage on Tony out of...
quite a slow game we're playing today, but it's getting difficult for me now because I'm playing quite an aggressive deck and we're starting to get into the late game.
Yeah.
And that's where I really start to fall off. So
Whereas Luke's deck has got
He's
some
only gonna get
powerful
stronger.
late game. Yeah. Not the most powerful, but powerful enough.
but much more powerful than what I'm playing with. So I've got the initiative at the moment,
You do?
and I'm going to use that to deploy Cassian.
Okay. Cassian comes out. Right. Do I want to do anything?
So,
Oh, wrong side.
Cassian, when he comes out, is 4/6, you said?
6. He's got Saboteur, and when you deal damage to an enemy base, you may draw a card. Use this ability up to once each round.
Right. I'm going to do 1 to base with the Alliance Dispatcher.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to Attack your base for 4.
Which puts me on 15 damage. Which means the attack pod's coming out, which means it's a 4/6.
With ambush.
No, it doesn't have ambush.
Doesn't have ambush, but the attack pod's special ability is if it comes out when a base has 15 or more damage on it, you can bring it out and ready it immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So then he would go and then you would be able to attack with it.
Yeah.
It's like a lesser version of ambush, basically.
It is and it isn't. It's lesser in that it doesn't happen immediately, but in other ways it's more useful because it can attack base, whereas of course ambush can't.
Yeah. Annoyingly, just like fire spray, it can stack with ambush, however.
Yes.
Because the triggers of ambush and ready it both take place at the same time, so the player whose card it is gets to choose in what order they resolve. So you can resolve to do the ambush first, run it into something, take a hit, take some damage, boost your grit up to boost your attack up, and then ready it, and then attack something else or go straight to base.
Oh, wow, I didn't realise that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a nasty combo.
It's really powerful if you've got ways of bringing things on with ambush. Which in red, I don't.
Yep. I think it's your action now, Tony.
Is it? No, I attacked your base.
Oh no, you deployed him. I did Lance Dispatcher, then you attack base, and now it's my action. So for my action, I will. I will do 1 to base with R2D2.
Okay.
When you get to
you can stay on the top.
Look at the top card.
I will, for 6, bring in Gorilla Attack Pod.
Yep.
There's 15 damage on your base, which means that I can immediately ready him.
Yep.
And it is now your action.
Could you pull it down a little bit? It's a little bit covered by your face, Camisole. Cheers, appreciate it.
We'll double stack them.
No worries. That's a 4/6, and we take it 4 damage, which is doing a lot of damage to their base at this point, which is dangerous. Oh, right, let's do 2 to base with Bright Hope.
Okay. I'm going to do 4 to your base with Gorilla Attack Pod.
Okay, puts me on 19. You're all tapped out at this point. You could attack with the X-Wing, which is fine, and I'm really not worried about that in the slightest. So let's get with what I've been building up to. I will deploy Luke Skywalker.
Okay. I will take the initiative.
Okay. I will pay 3 to play a wing leader. Which way do I face first stuff?
That's fine.
It's that way, isn't it? That there's a way of doing it. Yeah. I'll deploy a wing leader.
Yep.
And give Luke 2 experience tokens, making +2 +2.
Very nice.
I'm going to pay.
Luke becomes a 6/9.
6/9. Yeah. I'm going to pay 3 more to play another wing leader.
Yep.
Give Luke another 2 experience to make him an 8/11.
Okay. So what are you killing with your 8/11?
Not a lot, if I'm honest. This is what I'm saying. So Mark's deck is going to be much more powerful as we start going to these last few turns. And it's whether I can do the 11 damage that I need to do to win before he absolutely annihilates me now with Luke. Because Luke needs to do a couple more attacks to finish me off.
You've taken 7, correct?
You've taken 6.
Yeah.
But you've got a lot of damage on board, and for a cause could do me some severe pain right now. So I'm going to kill the Gorilla Attack Pod.
Okay.
Which does me for 4 damage.
Yep.
And in return, I will put a shield on the Alliance Dispatcher, because why not at this point?
Okay.
And now I'm tapped out, so I will pass.
Right. I'm suffering a little bit here with some of these pulls.
I feel like you need to get him this turn, or it's game over for you, Tony.
Pretty much, yes. It is pretty much.
I will resource you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to resource you.
And ready everything up. So damage on board, I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 16.
Yep. Wake you up. Okay. So,
but Cassian can. Oh, no,
yeah.
he can't.
I made a mistake last turn, and I'm not going to do anything about it now. But I should have drawn a card when Cassian attacked your base.
Draw the card. Do it.
You sure?
Yeah, draw the card.
Yeah, draw it.
Yeah.
These are learning games, so I'm not going to penalise you too much for that. So Luke's got 7 health total, taken 4 damage, so he's got 11 health total, taken 4, so he's got 7 health remaining.
Yeah, he's back at what he started with, so he's an 8-7 at the moment.
Yep.
What do I need to do? I need to do 11.
You need to do 11 damage.
Is this when I cue the Mission Impossible music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit squeaky bum at the moment. Okay, so I've put one down to resource. Might have been a mistake that. I wasn't there. Okay, so I'm going to then start things off by attacking. Oh yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm going to attack base with Cassian.
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
that's
So
going to be 4
4
damage
base
base,
is
and I'm going to draw another card.
23.
So 7 left on Mark's base.
Yeah.
7 left on Mark's base.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
It's not.
Okay. Right. The X-Wing is a. He can't do damage to me anyway.
I can't do any damage with the X-Wing because of the Bright Hope sitting there.
So what I really need right now to give me a little bit of an edge would be to see if I can heal something. I'm not sure if I can.
You know, if you hadn't had that Bright Hope down, then I think you would be screwed because Tony would have done at least 2 or 4 more damage to your base with that X-Wing.
Yeah, this game was decided when he used Alliance Dispatcher to bring out Bright Hope a turn early.
Yeah, that really hurt you. Really hurt you.
Because I only had a space unit and I couldn't do anything about it because not only was it there, it was shielded as well. So I wouldn't be able to kill it. I'd just be able to knock its shield off. And then the next turn, I still wouldn't be able to kill it. And I would die.
I didn't bring it out a turn early, but I did. The resource I saved with the dispatcher allowed me to bring it out and shield it at the same time earlier than I would have otherwise been able to.
Because otherwise I would have killed it. Because I would have heroic sacrificed the Alliance into it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to do. No, let's see what you play with your resources, I think. So let's do 2 to base with this X-Wing first.
Okay. I'm going to attack your Bright Hope with my X-Wing and knock its shield off.
Fair enough.
Take 2 damage in return.
Cool. I am fine with that. I will do 2 more damage to base with this X-Wing.
Okay. I will play a Medal Ceremony.
Okay.
And put 1 on each of my cards.
Absolutely. I think I should probably kill Cassian now before you have a chance to maybe play another one. Although you've played 2 already, so the chance of you having 3 are minimal. But I'm not going to take that risk, so let's kill Cassian with Luke.
Okay, so you're going to take 5 damage in return.
I'll take 5 more damage.
Luke will be down to 2.
Luke is down to 2. And while attacking, he'll put a shield on a friendly unit, which is going to be the Bright Hope.
Okay.
Your action?
I'm going to put down a general Dondonna.
Yeah.
4/4.
No worries. Right, I will do 2 to base with the Bright Hope.
I will pay for 2. Another Alliance X-Wing.
Okay. I will do 1 to base with my Alliance Dispatcher.
Okay. I will take the initiative.
I will do 1 to base with R2. I'll look at the top card of my deck. You can go to the bottom. And I will pay all 7 resources to play U-Wing reinforcements.
Yep.
Oh, very nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards.
I know of U-Wing in front of me. It's dropped 10 in play 3 or something.
It's draw 10 cards,
Yep.
play up to 3 of them with a combined cost of 7 most.
Yeah, okay.
It's a really powerful card. It's famous for its use in sort of hand decks.
No. So, out of you guys, what I probably want to play? I need to deal with Dodonna, I think, one way or another. And I think the best way to deal with Dodonna will be to play an escort skiff with 4 of my points.
Yep.
Bring it down as 4, ambush him straight into Dodonna and trade the pair of them away. Which leaves me with 3 resources, and I will use them on a guy who, thinking in hindsight, I should have left somebody unexhausted to be able to use his ability on when he came into play, but I didn't, so that's a mistake, which is fine. I'll shuffle the cards that I didn't do. They go back on the bottom, and the U-Wing goes into my discard pile. Right, and that's that. And that's a pass now.
Okay, let's ready up the resources.
Yeah.
Units.
Draw 2.
And draw 2. Okay, right. I don't need to do that, so I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's resource.
So I've chosen not to resource.
Okay. How much damage do I need to do to kill you?
You need to do 16.
Okay.
I think you've got terminal on the board, haven't you?
I think I do.
Yeah. What am I going to do? I am going to
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 19 on board.
Yep. So you've got enough to kill me on board. I need to do 7 to you.
Yep.
Right. I'm going to call it there because I can't do 7 damage to you.
Fair enough. And you can't neutralise enough of my units.
I can't neutralise enough of your units. So I'll show you what I've got.
Okay.
So I concede that, but what I've got in my hand is I've just drawn K2 and R2.
Yep.
I didn't beforehand. I was going to leave myself on 29 damage and need to do one more and have no way of doing it before you killed off Don Donna.
Yep.
Because I had Heroic Sacrifice sitting in my hand.
Yep.
In all honesty, this game was decided right at the beginning when you got that Bright Hope out.
It's a very useful card.
I
You're absolutely
just
right.
didn't have any ground units.
So there are several ways you can counter the Bright Hope. One of them is a red card called Spec Force Soldier, I think it is.
Yep.
The turn it comes into play, you choose a unit with Sentinel, and that unit
loses
doesn't
it
have
for a turn.
Sentinel for the turn.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to get around it.
I've genuinely got a deck full of ways of dealing with Bright Hope.
You just didn't draw them.
Just didn't draw them.
Fair enough.
It's one of those games. I made a mistake in that I didn't make a mistake because I forced you to do something. I could have saved my power failure because I knew you were going to use it on Luke. I thought you were going to lightsaber him, to be honest.
Yep.
But with hindsight, I don't know that I did. Because although Luke is very, very powerful, it would take him, even with his 8 attack power, it still take him a few turns to kill me.
Yeah.
I just needed one more unit.
So another thing or two to swing with, yeah.
Yeah, I pulled a handful of. At one point, I had 3 Heroic Sacrifices in my hand.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, a very close game. If, like you said, if you'd had one more ground unit out, or if you hadn't had that Bright Hope out, then if Mark wins the game, he's on 1 hit point there, because 3 turns of the 2 damage from that X-Wing would pretty much have finished off.
It was decided when Bright Hope came out, and I just didn't have anything except space units and events.
Yeah. So we're going to do the same game now. We're going to know what's in each other's hands from turn one.
We're going to play open hands all the way. We're going to show you, the viewer, what we've got, what we're resourcing, why we're resourcing it. We're going to make the decisions to do so open to our opponent as well, suggesting what to resource and why, giving advice with every step as we go, and see how that might change the game.